Hey y'all, come on in. Come on in. We're gonna do meals for under $20 today. So this is Sunday dinner, and I'm gonna cook a Sunday dinner that's gonna be under $20. I'm gonna show y'all all the ingredients that I got, and we are going to get to cooking, okay? So as I prepare for that, I just want to say, let me put this camera up here. Child. I think I'm gonna make me some coffee too, so I can have a chit chat with you girls. Cause I'm still prepping my ingredients. Um, so hey Monica Walker, hey Reese Cup. Yeah, I'm still prepping my ingredients so I can show y'all how to make a meal for under $20. Um, I like cooking. I love cooking. I've been cooking ever since I was about 10 years old. I'm from the South, so I learned how to cook at an early time. Some of the stuff I learned by just watching my grandmothers cook, and some of the things my grandmothers taught me. So today we are going to have um, sausage, smoked sausage over rice, yes, with some vegetables, and it's going to be delicious. We have also having black eyed peas. Joseph last night I asked him to soak some dry beans, and he soaked some black eyed peas for us to have. Um, let me see. Yeah, He just did some black eyed peas like this. He soaked them overnight, and so we having black eyed peas. We also have some sausage um, over white rice, and it's a delicious meal to have. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's really a delicious meal to have on a Sunday afternoon. If you're a person that lives alone, this meal will feed you actually for about 3 or 4 days. If you cook enough of it, if you cook the amount that I cook, it'll probably feed you for about 3 or 4 days. If you have a family of four, it will feed a family of four. And it's for under 20. It's for under $20. Um, all right, so I'm gonna get started. I'm waiting for Joseph to come downstairs so he can hold the camera for y'all. But let me show y'all what my ingredients are. I got about, this is about um, 3 cups of sausage. This is smoked sausage. I got this smoked sausage in my local grocery store. And as you can see, I cut it up. You see how I cut it up? I sliced it up like this. I want to show you how I sliced this up. Where's the camera? Y'all see that? This is how I sliced it up. Okay. All right. And you know what? This is what I love about the grocery store. That's so convenient, and it saves a lot of time. I went to the store, and I was gonna buy. I usually am able to get the onions chopped up for about $3, but I was lucky today, and I got this whole set right here. This is green peppers, red peppers, yellow, red peppers. Let's see, green peppers, red peppers, and yellow peppers, and it's also onions in here. And I like, oh, excuse me, y'all. I beg your pardon. Excuse me. Um, as I'm just getting out of the hospital, and the coughing is a result of my allergies and stuff. So I was able to get this. I was able to get this. And if you can get this at your grocery store, most grocery stores have packaged, cut up vegetables like onions and peppers. They even have carrots. They have broccoli. They got all kind of stuff. Whatever you like. They got Brussels sprouts, which I really don't like. I don't like Brussels sprouts, but they got Brussels sprouts, child.
Hey, y'all.
There go Joseph, y'all. There he go. But they usually have like cut up like all different type of vegetables. If you go over to your local produce section, you'll see a lot of the different cut up vegetables they have. They actually have a section for it, which I love because I love to save time on cutting up vegetables and stuff like that. And they can sometimes be a little bit more higher price than what you would normally buy, let's say, a green pepper for. But it's definitely worth it, especially if you're going to save time on, cutting up vegetables. And who wouldn't want to save time in the kitchen on cutting up vegetables? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to open this thing. Joseph, could you open that?
Yeah.
Please. Joseph got to open that for me, child. Also, this recipe don't take a whole lot. It don't take a whole lot of ingredients. Trust me when I tell you. I am going to use some extra virgin olive oil, which is always good to cook with. You could also, I would prefer you do this recipe with grapeseed oil, but I don't have no grapeseed oil left. So I'm doing extra virgin olive oil. Also, I'm doing some Italian herbs, and I'm going to do a little bit of black pepper. This is the ground coarse black pepper, which I love. I love the ground coarse black pepper because I love black pepper. And just a little bit of salt. And also my main ingredient.
There's people saying hi to you on Facebook.
Okay. Hey, everybody on Facebook. My main ingredient.
Renee says she's glad to see you back home and glad that God answered prayer.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Sherry Brown says she want to play.
Okay.
And our boy Carlos said, hey, guys.
Hey, Carlos. What's going on, Carlos? I miss you so much. And my last ingredient is this right here.
Oh, Sherry, I need to come to your house. You're making mac and cheese and oxtail.
It's called seasonal. Oh, yes, some oxtail. Sure, I love to have me some oxtail. But I'm going to get to everybody that said thank you and stuff that wish me well and stuff. I'm going to get to all of y'all. I promise that I will. But thank you, people on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us because we hardly ever get people on Facebook to join us. But we're going to make this meal. Okay, we're going to get this meal together. Y'all ready to get this meal together? All right. So Joseph going to hold the camera. Joseph, you hold the camera. No, I want to hold it over the food. Yeah, over the food. So they can see what I'm doing. I want them to see what I'm doing.
Hold on.
All right, y'all. Let me just get my utensils out and stuff, and we'll be ready to go. All right. I got me a cute little wooden spoon, child. Y'all see that? All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all these ingredients and we're gonna put them in the pot, in the pan, right? This is our onions and our peppers. We're putting all those in the pan, right? And we.
I need my phone. You want my phone?
Your phone? Okay. Okay. All right, and we got this on a medium heat. Now, I like garden style. I do. I like garden style. Now, if y'all don't know what garden style is when your vegetables are al dente. They're kind of like in between cooked and they're nice and crunchy. So I love garden style. So we're doing this at garden style. We're doing a garden style version of this, okay? So, and you know what? Let me turn my rice on. All right, so we just gonna saute these onions and peppers. Don't they look good, y'all? Can they see them? Don't these look good, y'all? We ain't gonna cook them to the point where we gonna, they're gonna change colors and things. We're gonna cook these. Now I got them on a high heat right now, but I'm gonna turn the heat down, right? And then I'm gonna put my seasonings in. It's always good to put your seasonings in before you do anything. So I put my season on. I'm putting me a little bit of salt, and I'm putting me some pepper. And I'm gonna put my Italian herbs in. Let me take top off this. Now, y'all, sometimes I do this recipe with tomatoes, but I didn't want to do no tomatoes today. But you can add tomatoes. You can either add a can of tomatoes, diced tomatoes, or you can add, you can cut up a tomato and add it to this, and it's really good too. So we got all these vegetables, and we got them sauteing. And we're just gonna put these off to the side like this. We're just gonna put them off to the side, right? And then I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil. Oops, I done dropped the top to the olive oil inside the pan. So we add a little bit more olive oil to these, y'all. And the reason why I did that is because I'm adding my sauces. So now I'm adding my sauces, right? Yup. Just add them just like that. Use that one right there. Yeah. The big one. Okay. All right, y'all. Now all we're gonna do is cover this up. Just like that. We got it all covered up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on a medium heat, and we're gonna let that simmer for about 10 minutes. All right?
Just phone, because I have to check my beans.
Okay, we're gonna let that simmer for about 10 minutes. Y'all see this? Let me show y'all Joseph. That's Joseph Black Eyed Peas right there, child. Them Black Eyed Peas look like they get rich. I can't wait to taste those. Because I loves me some Black Eyed Peas. Being from the South, y'all, I loves me some Black Eyed Peas. Joseph, would you like some coffee? Because I'm about to make some.
That's fine.
Now, before I go, before we sit down and have our conversation, I wanted to show y'all my rice. Now, a lot of people that make rice, they're accustomed to like boiling the water first and then putting it, boiling the water first and then, adding the rice to the boiled water. But I'm telling y'all, that's an okay way to make rice, but it's not the correct way to make rice. Where I come from, this is how we make rice. What we do is we drain our rice and then we put it in a pot with the water and we put it on a high heat and we let it boil, right? We let it boil. Once it comes to a boil, then we turn it down to a medium heat and then let the rice cook on its own. And you don't have to worry about your rice being, if you do it this way, you don't have to worry about your rice being sticky. You don't have to worry about it being all, you know how that rice come out that's all sticky and clumpy and clumped together? That's not good rice. And so that's how I make my rice. It always comes out nice and fluffy and, not stuck together all together. So y'all might want to try that. Hey, Monica. What's going on, Monica? Hey, Betty Yellock. What's going on with you? Who else in here? Hey, Melissa. Hey, Tony, and Trisha. What's going on, Trisha? I ain't seen you in a long time, girl. And who else in here? Um, that's it. That seems to be it. Thank you all you loyal people that come up in here and watch us. And hey, Reese Cup, what's going on? And I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been just giving me just all kind of accolades and encouragement. Um, because of what I'm about to embark upon my journey with my dialysis and stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all of the encouraging words, the prayers. People have just been sending me prayers like you would not believe, just sending words of prayer, praying for me. This one girl was like, Tramel, I hope you get a kidney. If nobody deserves a kidney, you are well deserving of it. You and Joseph. And thank you for that. Thank you so much for that message. Um, no, I don't want to talk for that. We get messages from people so much. We get so many messages from people wishing us well when it comes to our health. And you can't imagine what that means to people like us, that, we try, really, really try to, we try to maintain our health. We try to manage it. And trust me, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy to manage your health at all. But we do it. We do it. We do what we got to do to survive. Yes. But thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you so very, very much for all of your well wishes and your accolades and just the nice things that you say. I mean, that means the world to me.
Yes, it does. Me too.
Yes. Now, this meal that I cooked today, it cost me $16.50. Yes, that's right. $16.50. I don't know what grocery store y'all have where you live at, but the grocery store where I live at, they always have like these little specials and stuff like that where you can get like 2 packs of meat for $20, or you can get a pack of meat for $20, and you can cook a whole feast with it. Yes, especially if you're one of those people like I used to be in the summertime. I used to be a grill person. In the summertime, I would love to cook out on the grill. So you people that love to cook out on the grill, I'm gonna have some grill meals for y'all too. That y'all can cook for under $20. I am gonna have some grill meals. Y'all see some of those shows. This is just an example of one of the shows that we're gonna do in the new season. The new season is gonna consist of a lot of cooking. Oh, do they, Trisha? They have like the specials with the meals and stuff, with the packs of meat and stuff. I love it. I love it because if you go in the grocery store and you see a special where you can buy like 2 big packs of meat for $20, then you can make like 4 or 5 meals out of that. Like Joseph today, they had this. They had the $20 meals, and they had the packs of meat. You can get like a pack of shrimp
and ribs.
The shrimps were like big. They were huge, which I love. And they had steak. You can get shrimp and steak, or you can get
chicken, because they always have chicken.
They have like a big.
Why ain't I on camera?
They have a big chicken breast that you can get.
I feel slighted.
No. I'm gonna put you on camera. Don't worry. But I'm just explaining to you.
No, I know.
They have like the big chicken breast that you can get. I see
when I do go in, because it ain't often.
Mm-hmm.
But when I do go in, put it right there. When I do go in, I do see it. I do see it.
Yeah, they have all the big packs of chicken.
Right, Trisha. That's exactly what we're talking about. Where they have the different meat, the 4 different meats for like either $25.
Yes,
$20 or $25.
Yes, Trisha. They always have like the big specials with the big packs of meat. They even sometimes have ground beef. I'm gonna make some sauce.
You gonna stir the sausage?
Yes.
The spoon is by right here.
This is done. Yes, it is. It's done. All right, y'all. Now, as y'all can see, this meal is done. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? This meal is done. It's done. Yes. All right.
Yeah, that's right. They good. Those little meals are good because you get like four, and this is you and I know you said you didn't have yet, but I'm gonna say your wife. If this is you and your wife, those are good because like me and Tramel buy them, and they are
What's
just
that?
enough. So
No, I got the one.
they are just enough for like the two of us.
What's that?
Those meal packets.
Oh yeah, those meal packets are, child, let me tell you something. Sometimes they are lifesavers. In this day and age, as much as meat costs, as much as food costs, because y'all know, they did some type of big sweep where they said that the price of food was gonna go up. Food is expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, and so when you see specials like that, when you can get a pack, you can get 4 packs of meat for $20. You can't beat that. And you got a family to feed, you can't beat that. And like I said, this meal that we making today, it feeds 4. It feeds 4 comfortably. And if you're like one person, it will feed one person for about 3 or 4 days. Yeah. So.
Right, Monica. Food is very expensive these days.
Yes, food is very expensive, and you know what? It's always good to buy food that your family is gonna eat.
Right, because it don't make sense kind of food you ain't gonna eat.
Yeah, it makes sense for you to buy food that your family is gonna eat. You know that you're not going to end up throwing away because your family doesn't like it. You know, because you want to go to the grocery store, you want to get food that you want to eat. Sometimes people buy food because they don't have no other choice because it's so cheap. They don't have no other choice and they can't, but
right,
their family don't like it.
And that's what me and Tramel gotta go do better because we waste a lot of food.
Yeah.
We waste a lot of food.
But we haven't been really wasting food because we've been cooking food
because
that
like
we
this
like.
we'll eat. Like probably when I come home from dialysis tomorrow, since we change my time, that'll be my lunch for tomorrow.
Yeah, we now we cook a lot of foods that we like, and so that's why we no longer waste food.
Right. I didn't know you put that big on.
I did. I bought this before you went to the hospital, and I forgot all about it. It was sitting back there. Would you? I think you thought it was like
Empty.
Empty, yeah.
Okay, I got you.
But other than that, how is everybody's Sunday going? How's everybody's Sunday going? I hope everybody's having a good Sunday. I know Monica outside cooking out. I know her.
Monica owe me some hog maws.
Monica outside cooking out, honey. Monica done went to the store. Huh? Monica done went to the store and got her some stuff to put on the grill. And she outside. I know her. Y'all, now see, I want y'all to see this. Remember I had all that water in my rice? My rice is done. Look at that, and look how it came out. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all how my rice comes out. It comes out nice and fluffy.
Trisha, I do Tramel.
Nice and fluffy.
I do, but Tramel says he don't like jasmine rice, but I do. Babe. Yeah. Come real quick. Turn off your rice.
No, I put it on low because it's still water in there.
But I like jasmine rice. I like jasmine rice. Tramel ain't fond of it. Melissa, I know that's right. Relaxing, calm, and quiet. Betty, having a great Sunday. Yeah, Trisha. Normally we started early only because of the what am I trying to say? The black eyed peas. Because even though I soaked them overnight in hot water, you know, they still take a minute before they're real tender and they get white like I like them. Ms. Lois, I know that's right, relaxing. More or less we relaxing too, other than cooking dinner. We went out to get it. And then we went to Rita's water ice because both of us like their gelatos. So we went to Rita's and then we came back. I put my black eyed peas on and then I ate my Rita's and he ate his Rita's while he was waiting for me to do the black eyed peas. So, you know, it is what it is. Trisha, I cannot do okra. That's just not going to happen for me. Tramel eats it. He likes fried okra. Okra's not, I don't like that sliminess. I don't care what nobody tell me how they cook it. Oh, it ain't going to be slimy. I don't do okra. No, 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 no. I don't do okra. Tramel does it, but I don't. I don't do okra. What else? I might make a cornbread, even though we got some old cornbread, but that cornbread old. I might make some cornbread to go with the meal. I'm not sure yet. Yes. Oh no, Miss Lois. Oh no, I can't do okra. I'm with Melissa and Reese Cup. Yeah. Right, Betty. It's too slimy for me. It's just like I see like a lot of African dishes that have okra in it, and like when they go in and get it, oh the slime. I just be like, oh, how can y'all eat that? I can't do it. I can't. I told y'all, I don't even like hot and mushy. So mashed potato, oatmeal, stuff like that is hard for me to. I don't like the texture. So to do okra, that ain't happening. That sounds good, Trisha. The cabbage, peppers, and sausage. That sounds good. That sounds real good. And shout out to everybody from Babe Nation and Five Babe. And shout out to everybody from the Legion and Lips. Shout out to all of y'all. This ring is making my finger peel. And I purposely put lotion on it for this reason, so this wouldn't happen. And it's happening because it's really big and it doesn't have air. Trisha, people keep telling me that, but I just can't. I can't bring myself to do it. I'll eat a chitlin before I eat some okra, child. I just can't bring myself to do it. I just can't. I really can't bring myself to do it. See, Reese Cup, that you see, Reese Cup, that's what I'm talking about. They tell you, oh, it ain't slimy when it's fried. And then you bite into it and you got that nasty slime in your mouth and you like, oh God, I want to just spit it out. Mr. Lois, you know what? And that's because I be sitting back watching Lips and he just be eating all kind of things I never had before and I want to taste them. Like he told me how, like one day I literally got up. I think this rice, hold on, y'all. Because this rice is done. Let me turn it off since he ain't here. And let me stir up this sausage. I'll be right back, y'all. Just give me a minute. And I will be right back on camera with y'all. I'm sorry, I had to walk away. I had to walk away for a minute, y'all. I'm sorry. All right, I'm back. I am back. Oh, Betty, that sounds good. Oh no, Trisha. Yes, Betty, that sounds good. I'm coming over for dinner. It sounds delicious. Trisha said just bite it and let it slide down your throat. Girl, I can't. It's too much for me. That's too much. That's too much going on for me. But yeah, y'all. It is what it is. We find Tracy. I had to switch over to Facebook, y'all. Because people on Facebook making comments. And I don't want y'all to think we're ignoring you. But I need y'all to go over to our YouTube so when you make comments, we can see them. Because we don't really be on both at the same time. But I came over here because I know that you guys are watching us on YouTube. So I just didn't want y'all to feel left out. I didn't want y'all to feel left out. Because we over here doing what we do on both. And just giving y'all a taste of what's to come in the new season. Just giving y'all a taste of what's to come and what we gonna start doing for you guys. Some of it may be members only, because we do have to do stuff just for the members. We have to give them content that we're not giving everybody. Like Melissa finally saw, after what, a year, Melissa finally saw the collard green soup. And she was like, I didn't even know that was there. She finally saw the collard green soup. Hey, New Life. Ooh, yes, I could do a seafood boil too. Right, Reese, where New Life at? So I could go, oh, New Life ain't far. I could be there in an hour. Right, Trisha, don't beat them up. Don't beat them up. Don't beat them up. Yeah, I'm coming to New Life's house because I can do a shrimp boil, a seafood boil. I know that's right, Trisha. I know that's right.
Is the coffee done?
The coffee is done. I turned off the rice and I stirred up the sausage, trying to get some of the juice out.
Good, good.
And everybody's telling me what they having for dinner. We going to New Life house. New Life did a seafood boil.
Oh, cool.
We going to Betty house because she did some pork chops with onions, mac and cheese, broccoli, and stuffing.
Oh, God.
And then we going to on Facebook. We going to her house because she done made some oxtails, macaroni, and cheese.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard she said she made some oxtails, macaroni, and cheese.
You eating that or you testing?
No, this is a sample plate.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because the beans ain't done yet. I cannot, Trisha. I cannot do no fried okra. I can't. I can't do.
I love fried okra. Oh my God. Oh my God, I love fried okra.
Doorbell Dixie. Well, they better go somewhere and find something else to do to play Doorbell Dixie. Because Tremel said I'm going to be the old man on the porch.
Scaring the kids off.
Scaring the kids away.
Scaring the children. Okay, y'all. Now, this is our little sample plate. I'm going to show y'all this. I got to show y'all this. Look. Okay. That's the sausage with the rice. And, you know, when you cover the pan, the reason why I say cover the pan is because it'll create, you know, its own juices for you. And I'm going to let Joseph have the first taste of the sample plate. So here's the sample plate again, y'all. Here we go. All right.
I got to be first.
You always got to be first because you come first in my life.
Oh, I ain't that special.
Yes. It's hot.
I know it's hot. I'm trying to.
Ooh, yeah, it's hot. All right, we're waiting for the yay or the nay. Is it good?
I don't even know the sample. I want the peppers and onions.
Yeah, get you some of those onions and peppers up on that fork.
When I blow it, they fall off the fork.
How is it? Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. See, I told y'all this is good.
And I'm glad you got that sausage instead of kielbasa because that sausage is smoked and it gives it a whole.
Yeah, this is smoked sausage. I forgot to tell y'all, this is smoked sausage. Now, a lot of people like smoked sausage, or you can use if you like kielbasa, you can use kielbasa for this recipe as well. I particularly prefer either smoked sausage or the Italian sausage. I like the Italian sausage.
Okay.
So, y'all, if you missed the recipe, if you missed it, go back and watch the replay. Go back and watch the replay so you can get a hold of it.
That would be something my husband would do because he's from the South.
What's that?
He said we should make some fried okra, tomatoes, and fried sausage, stewed rice. That's under $20 and very delicious, especially with the Georgia smoked salmon.
Yes.
So?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's my husband's thing.
I've had that before because, you know, I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Lumberton, North Carolina. Shout out to Lumberton, North Carolina. But that's where I'm from the South. So most of the meals that I cook that's under $20 is from the South. And y'all, let me tell you something special about being raised in the South. Because we, you know, back then, we didn't have much. We didn't have much. We didn't have a lot of money to go to the grocery store. Most of our food was homegrown. Like, my grandmother would grow our vegetables. And Joseph, my grandmother would grow everything from black-eyed peas to, the peas and snaps to, you name it, my grandmother grew it. Tomatoes. We always had fresh tomatoes. We always had onions and potatoes and peppers, you know. So that's how I was raised. I was raised to
Now, Pixie, you talking my language when you say butter beans, because I love me some butter beans. I love me some butter beans, y'all. You give me butter beans all day. Chanel ain't fond of butter beans like me, but I love me some butter beans. This rice with these vegetables tastes good too.
But Joseph, let me be clear. I like butter beans. I just don't like butter beans from a can, and I don't like frozen butter beans. See, I grew up on fresh vegetables, and they taste different in a can or in a bag than they do when you grow them fresh.
Right.
It tastes totally different. So it's not that I don't like butter beans. It's that I don't like them. I don't like them in a can. They're just not the same. It's not the same for me. It's just not. It's not the same for me. And you know what I like about this? The sausage. We got the spicy smoked sausage. You can get whatever smoked sausage you want to put in your recipe, but we got the spicy smoked sausage, and so they have a nice kick to them, you know. Oh, Joseph, yes, I'm sitting here having me a cup of coffee as I'm talking to y'all. Great. Yes, so that was our meal for under $20 today. Like I told you, I went to the grocery store. I spent $16.50.
Basically, our day is going good. We just,
we woke up late. We was gonna go to church.
We woke up late.
But we woke up late, and so we weren't able to go to church today. But under normal circumstances, we would be at church. I actually wanted to visit my old church today. And I was hoping that my husband would take me to my old church today. So we'll probably go to my old church next week.
Yeah. Tracy Lane said, what kind of coffee you like?
Tracy, I love all different kinds of coffee, but I especially love Colombian. I love Colombian coffee, and I love Arabic coffee from the Middle East.
And I love African coffee.
The coffee from the Middle East has that nutty taste to it, so that's why I like it so much. It has that nutty taste to it, if you know what I mean. For those of you that are out there that drink different types of coffee, I like the coffee from the Middle East because it has that nutty taste to it. It's just so rich, and it has this nutty taste to it. Y'all know TheMcRaeKingz is working on our own coffee line. We're actually working on our own, getting our own coffee line. It's a process, and it takes a while, but we are in the midst of creating our own coffee line, that we can bring to you, because you guys know we do Coffee with the Kingz, and we'll be doing Coffee with the Kingz in the new season as well.
Tracy said, where do you get Arabic coffee from?
You can get it at any specialty coffee establishment. There's places, I don't know where you live at, but there's places where we live at where you could just go in there and you can buy nothing but coffee. You can get it in the marketplace. Oh, do she? Mm-hmm. Okay, you can get it in the marketplace. You can get it if you ever go to those outside markets, you can get coffee there. Specialty coffees there, especially coffees from different countries. They have coffees from Africa. They have coffees from the Middle East. They have coffees from Italy. They have coffees from all different countries, you name it. But Tracy, what I'll do is, being that you live in Jersey, I will get you the information where you can get any specialty coffees from, or where you can actually order them from. I know of a company right now that'll give you 5 bags of coffee for like $20. And so I will get you that information, Tracy. I promise I will. If you go, matter of fact, if you go to Ashley Says So's page, she actually is affiliated with a company that does coffee. They give you 5 bags of coffee for $20, and then they'll send you a bag of coffee of your choice every month. And that's on Ashley Says So page. Do y'all watch Ashley Says So?
Pixel King, I used to live in Maryland. Oh God, probably like 10 years ago, for like 13 years. But now we in Jersey.
We've been wanting to move to another state, but you know, it's really, that's a process. Y'all will hear about that in the new year too. And I mean in the new season too. We're gonna, y'all, I'm telling y'all, the new season we're gonna talk about so many different things. Y'all gonna learn so much about Joseph and me. It's just it's gonna be something else. It's gonna be amazing. So just tune into the McRaeKingz new season. Yeah, go ahead. You just tune into the McRaeKingz new season, which starts July 1st, and it's gonna be a treat. It's really gonna be a treat. I promise you that. I promise y'all that. We're going to have a great season this season, and we have a lot of things to bring to you. We have some interviews. We have some cooking segments. We also have some car conversations, which Joseph and I, we love to do car conversations, and we're gonna do some things that we're gonna show you what we're doing. We're out and about. Also, I'm gonna show you guys my journey with my dialysis because I'm gonna have to have surgery on my arm, and I wanna share that with you guys. And maybe I'll be able to share with you my first experience in dialysis. I hope so.
Pixel King, we've told that story 1,000 times, but we are going to do it again.
What story?
How we met. He said you want to know how we met.
Yeah, we're actually in the process. We're writing a short story about it because it is a very unique story that people tell us, and most people that we tell it to, they be crying and stuff.
Right. But because we have so many new subscribers, we are going to do like a story time come the new season.
Yeah.
We are going to do a story time about it because we have a lot of new subscribers that want to hear it. And then the old subscribers always say they love hearing it.
Yeah.
So
they don't never get enough of hearing that story. They don't. And you know, when we tell people that story, they be snotting and crying, child.
It'll be titled so you know what the video is, how we met.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm telling you, season 5. Season 5.
Tracy Lane said it should be a play on Broadway, how the two of us met.
It probably should, yeah.
You know what it is? It's not so much how we met. It was
the time.
The how we met was crazy because the girl just looked at us and just like knew that our chemistry would be right for each other.
For me, it was.
So that's the if you want to say crazy part of it.
Mm-hmm. For me, but it was the perfect time.
It was the reconnect that for me that just did it.
No, for me it was more the timing. It was like, you know, we met and then we just didn't see each other for 18 years, and then we came back together.
Exactly on the same day.
Yeah, on the exactly to the day. I don't know how we figured that out. I think the Lord had something to do with that. I know the Lord's somewhere giggling. The Lord's somewhere giggling about how He put me and Joseph together. And then it's so crazy because Joseph looks at me all the time still, and he says, I can't believe I'm married to Tremel McRae. And it's like, it's comical. It's like sometimes it's beautiful, but it's comical because Joseph is like.
Because I'm telling y'all, nowhere in my wildest imagination did I ever think. But one, I never thought Tremel would even come back into my life. Like, it was so long ago that the thought of him coming back into my life just really wasn't there. So for him to, like, in the beginning, I was just
and then I came.
And I would be like, I can't believe I'm married to you.
Uh-huh.
because it was just like shocking.
And then the stuff that we went through to get married and stuff like that, you would have never thought we would have got married because we was fighting. Oh my God, we was fighting like crazy. And Joseph was looking at me like, this bitch is crazy.
And we also going to do a journey on, because June 30th will be 4 years we've been married.
Yes, yes.
So we're going to do a journey on what it was like, because, again, we reconnected, and a week Tramel proposed to me, and 2-3 months later we were married. So we're going to do what our journey was like in these 4 years of getting to know each other, because we only knew what we knew 18 years ago.
Right, right.
And 18 years ago, truthfully, all we did was have fun.
Yeah.
It was just a fun.
We really didn't know each other when we got married.
Right. We didn't really know each other when we got married. So that process of getting to know the person that you married.
No, you know what? It's not that we didn't know each other. We didn't know what it was to coexist with each other and to live with one another. That was
right.
the challenge.
And not knowing each other's real personalities, and not knowing what Tramel liked versus what I liked.
Because there were times when I wanted to give up, and then there were times when Joseph wanted to give up. Yeah, but love stepped in and was like, no, y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all supposed to be together. You know.
Right.
I just had, and you know, it just brought tears to my eyes. Shout out to my brother Junior in Patterson, New Jersey. My brother Harvard. He kept on saying, y'all work ain't done. Y'all work is not done. Y'all have work to do. And I'm like, wow, you know, for somebody to think of us like that, and in that sense, that's a lot. That means a lot.
Right.
It does. It means a whole lot. That, you know, people say to us, you know, we love you. Y'all got so much more work to do.
Well, like y'all don't know, we have fights or whatever and arguments.
Mm-hmm.
But then we'll, you know, push that aside and come, you know, sit on YouTube, and people will be like, oh, I love y'all because I can see the love. And me and Tramel sit there and look at each other like, child, if they were so, it just went down 5 minutes ago, honey.
Okay.
But it just proves to us that it was just like.
And it's just, you know, this platform. You know, the platform it wasn't growing. The platform it is still growing very slowly. But that's okay. Now it's okay. Now it's okay.
You're absolutely right. Love is not always smooth, and I think that's the
not.
part that a lot of people mix up. That they just think because you in love, oh my God, this is going to be amazing, and this is going to be this, and this is going to be that, and it's not that way. Like,
no,
you
it's
have
not.
to put in the time, the effort, and the energy. To actually make it work. And people don't want to put that time and energy into making it work.
Right.
And me and Tramel knew from the door that we had to put that energy into what we said.
And y'all, let's be real. The McRaeKingz, this platform that we sit on with you right now, and that we talk, y'all see us talking and interacting with one another. It's a totally different entity of who we are. We're more than just what you see on this camera. We are so much more than what you see on this camera. So, it's sometimes it's not easy. We have our good days. We have our bad days. The one thing that I cherish about our union and about our marriage is that we don't fight anymore. We don't really fight anymore.
It took us a while.
But it took us a while to get there because we had to learn how to understand each other. And we had to learn how to respect one another, you know?
Right.
And because we understand and respect one another, we're able to, you know, really solve a lot of our differences by just sitting down and having a conversation. And then when one of us does feel slighted, we just turn around and we walk in another room, or we go to another space, and we are respectful enough of one another to give each other space when one needs space. So, and we're going to talk about a lot of that in the new year. We're going to give you guys some marriage tips that you can follow. We're going to give you some dating tips. And I think we have two people that have access to set them up with dates.
And Pixel King, you're absolutely right. And that's the part that was, I'm not going to say the hardest, but it was the most trying of accepting each other's differences. Accepting each other's differences.
Oh.
Because even though we was like, I accept you and all your flaws and all of that, there was still a little of, well, I don't like when you do this, or I don't like when you do that. And it still was that little, I'm trying to change you to do and say what I want you to do and say. And when we got past that and just realized Tramel is Tramel, Joseph is Joseph, our differences is what brought us together. It wasn't our sameness. It was our differences that attracted each other to each other.
Crazy, man.
Right. So, you know, I can't expect Tramel. Tramel is way nicer than me. Let's just put it out there. Tramel is way nicer than me. Tramel is a social butterfly. Tramel will walk into the room and speak to all 25,000 people in the room. Joseph will walk in the room and stand in the same corner that he walked in and just look at everybody like, bitch, don't come over here. Bitch, I don't want to be bothered.
He sure will.
Bitch, get away from me. That's who I am.
Yeah.
And that bothered Tramel a lot.
Yeah,
but it bothered me that he was this social butterfly. Because I'm like, why are you talking to people you don't know? These people don't want to know you. Stay your ass stand there and just mind your business and stuff. So it was the reverse.
Yeah, we had to find the balance.
We had to find the balance. And, okay, this is my husband. He's not going to be a social butterfly like me. And the one thing that he loves to death, and I'm going to say it to y'all because he loves when I say it, I always tell him he's the Beyonce to my Jay-Z.
Yes, I love being Beyonce.
And the reason why I said that was because if you ever notice Beyonce and Jay-Z, Jay-Z always lets Beyonce walk in first. And he just plays the background.
Yeah.
Like, he don't need to shine because he already knows that my wife is going to get to shine as soon as she walks in the room. And that doesn't bother him. And it's the same thing with me because when Tramel walks in the room, trust me, he's going to be dressed. And everybody's going to be like, who's that? Who's that? I don't mind letting him get that shine. And then because people that know me personally, they know my personality. They was like, why are you falling back? And, oh, you being manipulated and I'm like, no, I'm not. If I know my husband wants that shine, why can't I step back? It doesn't bother me. I don't want to be bothered with people. I don't want people coming up to me trying to talk to me and, oh, how you doing? And let them go to my husband.
Right. But it's like he says, he's the Jay-Z to my Beyonce. He's the Jay-Z to my Beyonce as well. So when I do walk into a room and I'm getting all this shine and, you know, everybody's like smiling and wanting to network with me and want to talk to me and stuff like that, I grab my husband by his hand and I'm like, okay, this is my husband, Joseph. You know, and so, you know, everybody recognizes that. And then when they recognize that we're together, it's like, oh my God, you know, they're together. Wow.
And that's why I tell people, like, if you just happen to be out and about and see us, because people do it all the time. They're like, oh, I know y'all. Y'all are Kingz. Oh, the Kingz are in the building. Don't take it personal if you walk up to me and I don't know who you are. And I'm
he don't say
like you crazy. Like, you walk up to me and be like, oh, you the McRaeKingz? I'm like, yeah, who you? That's just who I am. And once you tell me who you are, like if you tell me, like if it was Pixel King, and he goes, oh, it's Pixel King, I'll be like, oh man, how you doing? You know, because then I know who you are. But if I don't know who you are, it's like I'm standoffish. Like, okay, and you watch me on YouTube or you watch me on Facebook, and what you Tramel, on the other hand, you do better walking up to him because
I'm gonna say, hey, how you doing?
Like,
what's going on? Come on, give me a hug. Oh my God, you look so good. Look at what you got. That's very me.
Hey, Lady Prophetess.
That's very me. I'm just more of the social butterfly than Joseph is. And it's not that he's mean or callous or anything like that, because I tell people all the time, Joseph is the sweetest person you ever want to meet until you mess with me.
If you can get past my RBF, then you good. If you can't get past, if you look at my RBF, you ain't never even going to approach me. Because believe me, I look like cautious.
That's resting bitch face. But
thank you, Lady Prophetess.
But yes, we have so many different facets of who we are is we're just very intricate. It's not that we're it's hard for you guys to to understand us. Because for the most part, people, once they meet us, they do understand us. They do get it. But, as far as us, our differences and stuff like that, we have respect for one another's differences. Some people, they get in their feelings with their spouse or their mate, simply because their spouse or their mate does not agree with them.
And like the one thing that I believe really saved us is that when we got married, we made a pact that married business was just that.
Yeah, that's just
married business is married business. Yeah, we will fix it between ourselves.
Yeah.
Because I think even with relationships, when you run to your friends,
and tell your
you
friends
get it back together,
right.
They're still holding on to what you said. And now my friends don't like him, his friends don't like me, but we happy now. We're just going through something. And I think that's where a lot of people make mistakes in relationships and marriages.
They go back and tell their friends and stuff like that.
Or their family. And then they're holding on to what you told them. Meanwhile, you don't let it go. So we don't do that.
I think the only one that really knows more about me and Joseph is Uncle Fred. And that's really it. And that's the only reason why Uncle Fred knows this, because he lives with her. We live with him. Yeah.
But another thing, I'm not going to somebody single and ask them about my marriage. That's just stupid to me.
Yeah, that's stupid.
If I want advice, I'm going to go to another married person. I'm not going to go to somebody who ain't never been married. Well, you ain't got no business. You ain't got nothing to offer me. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You have
Why y'all do that? Why y'all go out and you married and you talk to your single friends about your marriage? If you single, it's okay for you to talk to your single friends about your partner and stuff like that. But the key is that you can't. It's like Vivica Fox said in what's that movie? You can play that game. She said, "Don't tell your girlfriends about your business, your personal business with your boyfriend, because they ain't gonna do nothing but panic and mess it all up."
Right. And Lady Prophetess, you're right. If you're not happy in your relationship, everything else is just gonna fall apart.
Yeah, and if you ain't happy in your relationship, you need to leave that. You need to leave that relationship.
Two married couples told me and Tramel that we still in the honeymoon. I'm like, it's been 4 years.
Yeah, it's
like,
been 4 years.
Y'all still in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, they said we still in the honeymoon phase.
And I'm like, child, them little arguments we used to have in the first and second and third year, child. I
think the first year of marriage, and we're gonna touch on that in the new season. But the first year of marriage is the honeymoon phase where you all lovey-dovey and you kissy and you fighting every 5 minutes.
But they say
if you can weather through that, if you can weather through that first year of marriage with all the fighting and all the all the loving and all that other stuff, if you can weather through that first year, then trust me when I tell you, you are going to make it. You're going to make it, because after that first year,
I can't lie. Times we argued, and in my mind, I'm like, child, I'm getting a divorce.
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm done.
Yeah.
But then for me, after I was in that moment because I was mad.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I thought about it afterwards, and because in my mind, I'm like, okay, bitch, are you really going to get a divorce?
Right.
And I'm like, well, what am I going to do without him? Like,
that's what I was
really
thinking.
Love him, and I know he loves me, and I really can't let this just get on my nerves like this. And I'd rather deal with this argument than be without him in my life, because there's nothing out there.
Well, the first year, let me tell y'all what happens. The first year you fight, and that pride wall is up. Like, I ain't going back and telling him that I apologize. I'm gonna apologize. I ain't gonna tell him I apologize, please. That's the pride. That's the pride wall. So for the first year, you go through that. You go through the fighting, and you go through the pride wall. Like, you ain't gonna tell me. I ain't telling you nothing. I ain't telling you I love you. I ain't telling you that you that I was wrong and you was right. I'm not telling you that. So you go through. You build up this pride wall. But see, me and Joseph, we were smart enough that we built up a pride wall, but we were always able to take our foot and kick that pride wall down and come back together. I'm telling you, if you make it through the first year of marriage, if you make it through the first year of that relationship, you are going to make it. you are definitely going to make it simply because of the love and the compassion and the consideration that you have for that person. You're going to make it. Now, I don't know about cheating and stuff. I don't know about cheating and stuff, because cheating can get you fucked up. But I don't know about all that cheating and stuff like that.
But you know what I think for us? Tramel had only been single, what, a year?
No.
How long?
It was like a year and a half.
So he had only been single for a year and a half. I had been single going on like 10, 11 years. So for me, it was hard because I was used to doing whatever I wanted to do and acting however I wanted to act.
But you never had a problem with me with
no.
hanging out with your friends and stuff like
that.
No.
But I'm just saying, it was more, I had to get used to being with someone since I had been single for so long. Tramel, on the other hand, it was only a year and a half. So he was still used to being with someone, but I was used to being by myself. So now this new thing of having a husband, because it wasn't just a boyfriend, it was a husband. Mm-hmm. Having a husband was new to me because I'm not trying to share, and you know that was my biggest thing.
That was,
Don't touch my stuff.
Yeah, he didn't want to share.
I need to find my stuff where I left it. And if you want to use it and put it back where it was.
Oh, God, we fought so much about that.
That was like a main issue for me. He didn't see when there was a problem, but for me it was a problem because I'm like, for 10 years, if I put this here, it stayed there until I moved it. But now all of a sudden I got somebody that want to take it and put it over there, and then had the audacity to tell me, well, why didn't you look for it? Look for it. It's mine. I shouldn't have to look for nothing. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not going around looking for shit. Mm-hmm. But that was my personal thing I had to get over. I had to learn. Now, child, I'm like, man, where did you put my stuff? Oh, give me a second out, because you know I'm not looking for it. You know I'm not looking for it. That's still a pet peeve of mine. I'm not looking for nothing. Wherever you put it, you need to know where because he can't remember where he put stuff.
No, I can't.
And then basically put it there and say, okay, I'm putting it here because I'll remember where I put it, and then won't remember where he put it. Mm-hmm. But he already know. He can tell me to look for it, but I'm not going to look for it.
But see, you don't get mad. You don't get mad no more when you ask me for something. You don't get mad anymore when I can't put my hand on it right then and there, when I can't find it right then and there. No. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm going to find it. But those are just some of the things that we go through when we get married. It's so funny. I look back on a lot of stuff that has happened, especially like with you and the sharing and me touching your things and stuff like that. That was such a. I'm thinking about it now. It was a kiki, especially your shades.
Oh yeah.
I know one time I wore his shade. He was like, "Excuse me, where'd you get those from?"
Hey, Sticks girl.
Oh, he's asked me that. Excuse me, where'd you get those from? Oh, these right here. These are your shades. I got them out the drawer. He'd be like, He would just look at me like, bitch, I know you ain't got my motherfucking shades on.
Or what he do is, because of course y'all see I'm way bigger than him, but he'll wear my t-shirts or.
I love wearing his t-shirts because I love it. Joseph smells good. He smells like really good. And I like wearing like that t-shirt he got on right now. When he take it off, I'm going to put it on. I'm either going to put it on or I'm going to put it next to me because I love the way it smells. Joseph, he has this odor, this body odor to him that's like unbelievable. But yes, I love that. I love that in his little chicken legs and stuff.
But it's a lot, and people don't I've seen.
But it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of compromise.
No, but I think with a lot of gay men that get engaged, they just get engaged because they want to be engaged.
Or they want that piece of paper saying that they married. And then they don't understand what
a year
comes
later
with it.
Or 2 years later, you see that they're divorced. Mm-hmm. Because they didn't. For me, I just feel like they didn't want to take the time and energy to make it work.
And learn each other.
And learn each other.
Know each other.
Get past the differences and the things like that.
We're working on doing a class for people like that. We're working on doing a marriage boot camp. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what, Pixel King? I don't even think because most of the ones I'm talking about, they are up there in age. They're not really even younger like that. I just think they thought it was cute to say I'm married and get a ring and have a wedding, and then when the work came, they didn't want to do the work.
Right.
And that's the biggest part. Even with straight people or lesbians, I think people are more hyped at the wedding reception and having a wedding. All of that is like the glitz and glamour of getting married. They don't realize that to stay married, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I mean, I would never sit and tell.
It's a lot of work, and you have to make a decision as to whether you want to do it or not.
I would never tell somebody that being married is easy if you're going to put in the work, but it's not easy if you're not going to put in the work.
Right.
Because it's just not.
And that's regardless whether you're heterosexual, homosexual, what. It's the same thing. The same rules apply.
Right. They like the high of the marriage, but they don't like the marriage part. The actual marriage part, they don't want to take the time to make it work. And I just think that it's sad because I know how happy we are together, but I also know where we came from. So it's one of those things where, like, when I see people get divorced, I'm like, wow, y'all couldn't work it out. Y'all couldn't make it work. Yeah. And
see, like your spouse, let me tell you something. You're supposed to always be able to look at your spouse and see the beauty in them. I sometimes watch my husband sleep, and I just see the beauty in who he is. I look at him, and I see so many different things. I see the beauty in him, and I hope that never goes away. I hope it never goes away. Him and I, we're just like inseparable. Like, you guys, you just don't know how, we still hold hands. We still hug each other. We still give each other all kinds of kisses and stuff like that. I like rubbing his bald head and squeezing it like this, like an orange. I like squeezing his head. I like giving him foot massages. I like massaging his legs and his arms and stuff like that. I like pampering my husband. I do.
Betty, and your father is right. And Lady Prophetess, you're right too.
Your father is right about what?
She said her dad said marriage is what you make it.
It is. And
the Lady Prophetess said most important thing in marriage is prayer, and that's true too.
It is too. Yes, it is. It's prayer.
That's true too.
It's prayer. Because many times, many nights I had to pray to God that I didn't kill him. And many nights I had to pray to God that, God, please keep my husband in perfect peace. And please keep my marriage in perfect peace. There's been plenty of nights where I just had to pray. Right. And I still do.
And me too. I would always, in the beginning, when we got married, I would always thank God for sending him back to me. I was like, I didn't think this was part of a plan. Right. Clearly, it was part of a plan.
See, I think Joseph was designed for me. I really do. I think he was designed. I think God designed him and made him for me, specifically, like that movie. What's that movie Medea did? He designed and made him for me. Like, I can hear his heartbeat, and his heartbeat matches mine. And even some of the things, some of the ways we think. Sometimes, I can call Joseph, or he'll call me, and we'll be thinking of something, and we'll say, you know what? That's the reason why I called you. Because that's what I was thinking about, because that's how equally yoked we are to one another. But we are equally yoked to one another because we did the work. We did the work. We really did the work, guys. We really made a decision as to what we wanted to put into this marriage, and we put it in. And this is what you see today.
And it's a beautiful thing. I can't lie. It is a beautiful thing.
Why do I smell French fries?
I do too. I think it smells beans.
Is it?
Yeah, because they about probably ready, but I'm going to put so much cola in
it. We are just like, we y'all don't know. Like, we just think on the same level. Like, when we get off this live, I promise you, we going upstairs, we're going to have our food, We're gonna go upstairs and find us a good movie to watch, and we're gonna doze off to sleep. Watch.
Actually, Pixel King, we both knew how to cook coming into being married.
Oh yeah.
So we didn't really have to teach each other.
I'm the better cook though.
No.
I'm the better.
I'm the better cook.
No, I'm the better cook. Yeah.
In actuality, I'm not gonna say who's better or who's worse, but in actuality, there are some things that Trumel cooks better than me.
No.
And there are things that I cook better than him.
I cook better than him.
Who likes to? We both like to cook.
Yeah.
If I see Trumel,
he likes to hide gravy in the cabinet.
Child,
whatever. He made gravy
you just can't take
and
it.
can on and things like that. But I'm the better cook.
If to answer your question, we both like to cook.
Yes,
but
that's true.
It's just sometimes if I think he's cooking too much and I just want something to taste different, I'll cook. And I'm sure he's the same way.
He's a micromanager. We have gotten better in the kitchen because there used to be a time when we couldn't even sit in the kitchen. We couldn't even be in the kitchen with one another while they were cooking. I never had no problem with him. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, because Joseph would be in the kitchen with me, and he still does it now. He likes to micromanage. She'd be like, "Oh, so what you making over there?"
What are you making?
He'd be like, "What are you making over there?" I'm like, "I'm making such as." He'd be like, "Oh, you gonna put that in there?" I don't know about you putting that in there. You know, he likes to micromanage. And then when I'm in the kitchen with him, I don't know. I'm just for him, I'm in the way. So he'll give me this look like, and I'll give him this like, okay, bitch, I'll get ready to leave. Yeah. So it's funny, it's comical. And y'all, I will tell you one of the biggest keys to marriage is being able to entertain your spouse. Be able to entertain your spouse. I entertain Joseph at every given moment that I can get. I try to do something to make him laugh or make him smile. And he be in stitches. He be like, Chabelle, you know what?
Right.
Or he'll do something. Joseph has like this dry humor to him, but he'll do something and I just bust out laughing. Now me, I be doing adventurous stuff. I'm always mooning him, like I'll moon him, and then I have theme songs for different things, and I express those. Yeah.
With the pot roast.
With the pot roast, yeah, especially with the pot roast, yeah. But it makes for a good marriage. It does. It makes for a good marriage.
It's okay. Thank you for asking the question. Because you got us on a whole topic.
Why would you say that, Lady Prophet? Of course, you're not too old to be. Let me tell you something. You are never too old for love. I am a strong believer that there's somebody out there for everybody. Don't ever. It's crazy. I tell people don't give up on love. Don't ever give up on love. You could be 50, 60, 70 years old. Don't give up on love. I was 50 years old when Joseph came back into my life. I was 50 years old when he came back into my life. And I didn't think he was going to be there. I never expected to see Joseph ever again in my whole entire life. Did I ever expect to see Joseph again? But here he came. Don't ever give up on love. Love is something that is, if you've ever been in love before, love is something that is always going to linger in your heart. As much as you may say, I'm not the one for a relationship, as much as you may say that I'm not the one to be in a long-term relationship, before you know it, you turn your eyes, you'll turn your head,
and you'll be in that
And
marriage.
don't look for love, let love find you.
You'll be in that marriage, or you'll be in that relationship. And yes, like Joseph said, don't be going out. Stop going out and looking for love. Stop going out and looking for love. Just let it happen organically. Let it happen organically. There's gonna be somebody that's gonna come into your life, and they are going to they're just gonna knock you off your feet, unbeknownst to you. Before you know it, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know, I hate when people try to make predictions for themselves. I tried to do that. At one point in time in my life, I was like, okay, well, I'll be single for my whole entire life because these boys out here would, because a lot of young boys was like coming after me before Joseph and I got married. There was a lot of young guys that were like, you know, showing their interest in me. But of course, me, I had no interest in being with a 20-year-old. I had no interest in being with a 20-year-old simply because I was 50 years old. What am I doing with a 20-year-old? What do we have in common? What can we share? We can share friendship, but that's it, you know? And so that's the reason why I never realized. I knew that if I were to get married, I was going to get married to somebody my own age. I did.
I never thought I was going to get married. I never thought at all that I was ever going to get married.
Yeah. I mean, I never thought I was going to get married neither, child. Joseph, pass me a spatula. I ain't never thought I was going to get married either. I really didn't. This right here was like, this marriage was like, it came like a boulder will come rolling down the street and hit you. That's how our marriage came. Yeah, so you never know. Don't give up on love. Don't ever give up on love. Because before you know it, just when you gave up, here comes somebody. And when that somebody comes along, give them a chance. And y'all stop being broken. Stop being broken and bringing what happened to you in your past into your future. Because when you do that, when you do that, when you use that new person as an example of what happened to you when you were broken, it's never going to work out. Ever, ever, ever going to work out. So it's okay for you to be broken. But when somebody new comes into your life, give them a chance. Give them a clean slate. They have absolutely nothing to do with what was done to you. Matter of fact, you don't even need to discuss that with that new person. People make that mistake all the time too, Joseph.
Talking about their past relationship.
They talk about their past relationship to the new person in their lives. You know, if there's certain things that you quote unquote want that new person to prove to you, then let them prove it to you. Give them an opportunity. Give them the opportunity to prove it to you, unbeknownst to them, if you know what I mean. Give them that opportunity. Because we do that all the time too. We get in. We come out of these bad relationships, right? And we sit. We meet a new person, and we sit and we tell them all about all the bad things that happened with our previous relationship, and then it pressurizes. It pressurizes the new relationship, and it goes either one way. It's like this person says, "I ain't gonna be with this crazy ass fool," or they say, "Well, I'm going to stay and I'm going to jump through hoops and ladders in order to prove to this person that I love and care about them," which is not right. Yeah, yeah, yes, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. Pixel King is you have to be when you're wanting to get into a new relationship, you got to open up your mind. That you got to be open minded. You got to be open minded to the possibilities of what may or may not happen. You do. And then y'all stop reading these romance novels and watching these Lifetime movies and watching Love and Hip Hop and watching all these shows, the reality shows on TV, thinking what happened on TV is going to happen for you. Because that's not real life. A reality show is not real life. You know, stop thinking that it is and start using your mind. Start being intelligent about what you want. And see, a lot of people aren't intelligent about what they want.
But they're not honest.
They're not. No, they're not intelligent about what they want. Meaning that they say they want something, right? But they don't know how to pursue it. They don't know the right way to pursue it. They lose their cool, Joseph. They lose their cool and end up messing up everything. You got to take it day by day. You got to take it day by day. McRaeKingz, we are the love gurus too, So anybody out there, if you're interested and you want dating tips or relationship tips, you can contact us on our Facebook Messenger. You can contact me or Joseph. You can contact Joseph under Joseph McRae and me under Tremel McRae. For advice, for relationship tips, for marriage tips. There is a small fee for that. Feel free to give us a call if you're having problems in your relationship and you just need some advice, or you need somebody to talk to, or you just need somebody to vent to. Give us a call. Oh, did you, Lady Prophet? You had a good husband? Do you still have your good husband? I know that's right, Tracy. Tracy said she gonna be 62, honey, and walking down the lane for the first time. I know that's right. I know that's right. And it's okay for you to have that goal. Have that goal. If you have a goal of I'm going to get married, no matter what, I'm going to get married, then have that goal. But at the same time, pursue it. Pursue it. If you're in a relationship with somebody that is not interested in marriage, then you don't need to be with that person.
Right.
If you are in a relationship with somebody that is marriage bound or striving to get married, then that's a good thing if that's what you want. And y'all stop being with people just to appease people, just because you don't want to hurt their feelings or you don't want to break their heart. Stop being with people for those reasons. Stop being with people because of what they have. Let me see what Casey said. Hey, Casey. Hey, how you doing, Casey? Thank you so much. She said, hey, beautiful husband. I love Casey. Y'all got to stop doing this stuff that y'all doing. We in a whole new day and age. And in this day and age, there's a lot of things that are acceptable, and there are a lot of things that are not acceptable. People want honesty and transparency and everything that comes along with the honesty and transparency. Now, don't be too transparent. Because some of y'all be too transparent, talking about, child, I did this and I did that. You can't do that.
They don't need to know you was holy.
Right. That's why I said, stop talking about your past. Stop talking about your past. Nobody don't need, what do they need to know about your past relationships for? Why? Why do people need to know about your past relationship? Unless you choose to tell them about it. I mean, you can tell them about it, but tell them about it in a manner. Don't stop y'all, the last relationship that she was in, it may have been bad, but it wasn't all bad. It was good at one point in time. You should have something good to say about that past relationship, even if the relationship ended on a bitter note. You should have something good to say about that past relationship. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Lady Prophet. She said her husband passed away 6 years ago. She said she had a good husband. You
Oh,
know, I don't. That's the one thing that I don't ever want to know. I don't ever want to. I don't ever want to know what it feels like to lose my soulmate, my heartmate. Like I think I would be devastated if something happened to Joseph. Joseph always tell me, well, if something happens to me, I want you to go on with your life. And I always tell him I want him to go on with his life, and I want him to be with no man that's gonna spend up all his money and take advantage of him. Um, but I don't ever want to know what that feels like, and my heart goes out to you. My heart definitely goes out to you. Uh, I don't ever want to know what it's like to lose my spouse. I, you know, if if anything, if I can have it my way, which I know this happening in a million years is very rare, I would love to just lie down and die with my husband, if that be the case. But I can't imagine not having him in my life, just present. Um, that would devastate me. That would definitely devastate me.
let me tell y'all something. When Tramel couldn't breathe, he took so much medicine that he was delusional.
Mm-hmm.
And he was delusional and he couldn't breathe. And I'm laying there going, babe, just go slow. Just breathe slow. Because he didn't want to go to the emergency room. And then he started hallucinating, telling me, oh, oh no, I don't want to go. I'm not ready yet. And I'm like, what do you, I can't tell you. Because if I tell you what I'm seeing, I'm going to go. And I'm like, oh God, I just don't do this to me right now. I can't handle this. No, 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 no. You know, I can't handle him sitting here telling me if he tells me what he's seeing, or he would just jump up and go, oh, no, I don't want to go. And I'm like, what's the matter, babe? No, if I tell you I'm gonna go and I don't want to go, God, I don't want to go yet. I want to stay with my husband. It's better to stay. I'm like, oh my God. And in my head, I'm like, I'm start praying. I'm like, Lord, don't do this to me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take this. Don't do this to me right now. I'm not in the mood for this. We're not gonna play these games today. Cause I just couldn't imagine being without him. Like that is just. I think about my life before him, and then think about my life now. I mean, you gotta move on. Cause
Yeah,
it is
you
what it
do.
is.
You do.
But at the same token, it's like, oh my God, how would I move on? What would I do?
I want your next husband to look like an ant eater, honey. I want him to be ugly. And
Oh,
like
there
an
wouldn't be
ant-eater
another
child.
husband. I can tell you that now.
Yeah.
There wouldn't be another husband.
It's hard for me to say whether or not I would get married again. I mean, my heart tells me I wouldn't get married, but who knows what would happen.
I know I wouldn't get married again. I just, it ain't. I didn't think I was gonna get married now. Before you came, I was content. I said, ain't nobody out here for me. Ain't nobody gonna deal with me. I know I'm alive.
Mm-hmm. But y'all, that's all we have.
You right, Casey. I would.
Yeah.
Casey said I would go crazy without you, and that's on God. You know how I calmed down when he came into my life.
Yeah.
Casey, trust me. Casey knows from 2016 up until now how I was and who I was as a person.
Wow.
And it's just amazing. I'm sure it's amazing because it's amazing to me. So I know it's amazing to him to see the total change from then to now of who I am as a person. because it's just it is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, y'all, the Black Eyed Peas are done.
Yeah.
So we about to get off here.
Yes, we're about to get off here, honey, and have some dinner.
What's that movie we gonna watch?
Moonfall.
Moonfall. We gonna watch.
Yeah, because we fell asleep on it
because we
yesterday.
fell asleep on it last night.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, my eyes heavy right now.
Yeah, my eyeballs is kind of crunchy too.
My eyeballs heavy right
Yeah.
now. So we gonna eat and attempt to watch Moonfall again.
Yeah, but if our eyeballs get crunchy, honey, we're going to sleep.
We'll be sleeping.
Yeah, I'll be sleep up under him. I always sleep up under him.
And we'll be having to say we're gonna watch it again.
Yeah, that too.
But thank y'all for.
So let's commit to just watching it on Monday.
That too.
Yeah. So, oh boy, y'all make sure y'all watching us on all social media platforms.
You know what they are: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, and of course right here on YouTube. Hit that like and subscribe button if you are not already subscribed. And also, if you want to be a lord or a lady or a knight at our round table, hit that join button. If you don't see the join button, the link will be in the description box. Also, check out the McRaeKingz for boutique, for everything McRaeKingz and Dare to Be Different. Why would you want to be the same? And when we go back to having coffee with the Kingz, you can have coffee with our faces.
Yes, y'all. Y'all get y'all McRaeKingz mugs ready for Coffee with the Kingz.
Thank
for
you, Betty.
season 5.
And also, if you want to help support the McRaeKingz platform, Cash App is in the bottom left. Or if you enjoyed the show today, go out where that thumbs up is and hit that little thank you button and send us a thank you. Let us know you appreciate the show. But we know you appreciate the show even if you don't hit that thank you button because you was here and you participated in the chat. So we know you love us and you know we love you as well. And with that being said, it's come to that time where I have to tell you that if nobody told you today that they love you, know that me and Trinell do, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. And always walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. Why?
Because it's Team McRae.
All damn day. Later, y'all.
Talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed us. Bye-bye.